Breaking financial news. Key 2025 updates for Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND. Today, we separate verified facts from rumors, clearly and simply. Bank of America's current public policy. It does not exchange IQD or VND and has no announced plans to do so. That policy matters, because it sets expectations for U.S. retail holders. Meanwhile, regulators and banks are modernizing payments and compliance systems in 2025. We'll cover what is changing, what isn't, and what it means for you. No hype, no speculation. Only verifiable updates. Let's start with Bank of America's 2025 system context and the IMF landscape. Here's what we know, and how to navigate the months ahead. Since 2025 began, large banks have continued routine upgrades to FX compliance, reporting, and anti-counterfeit controls. These include note verification tech, AML screening, and standardized data messaging like ISO 2022. Such upgrades improve readiness for many currencies, but do not authorize public exchange by themselves. Bank of America's own website states it does not exchange IQD or VND and has no plans to offer that service. So, what's the alignment story you're hearing about? It's broader and industry-wide. The Federal Reserve and global bodies promote faster payments, transparency, and risk controls across banks. Real-time rails and cleaner data reduce settlement risk, a win for overall FX plumbing. However, policy determines which currencies retail customers can actually exchange at a branch or app. Until a bank updates its posted currency list, availability does not change for customers. Bottom line, backend improvements are routine readiness, not a signal of imminent IQD VND exchange. IMF coordination emphasizes transparency and data, not promises about any specific retail exchange. Let's look at Iraq and Vietnam's 2025 fundamentals. Iraq remains an oil-driven economy navigating price swings, fiscal pressures, and reform needs. IMF 2025 reporting notes reserve pressures versus late 2024 and broader macro challenges. Reserves were about $100 billion at end 2024, with headwinds projected in 2025. Vietnam's real economy is expanding on exports, manufacturing, and FDI inflows. H1 2025 growth was reported near 7.5%, and forecasts for 2025 hover around the high 6% range. Two different stories. Iraq balancing reforms, Vietnam maintaining robust growth. International confidence follows credible policy anchors, data transparency, and stability. Stronger fundamentals help eligibility for correspondent banking, not guaranteed exchanges. Next, what BOE's stance means for holders right now. Verification tools and counterfeit defenses are improving industry-wide in 2025. Enhanced AML, KYC, and sanction screening protect banks and customers. For holders, this infrastructure is necessary groundwork, but not a green light for exchanges. Always confirm supported currencies inside your bank's official channels. Bank of America explicitly states IQD and VND are not available. Policy takes precedence. If policy changes, it will appear first on official web pages, rate boards, or branch notices. Before acting, verify all three: policy, posted rates, and official receipts. Keep currency provenance, purchase receipts, and ID ready. Scammers target disorganized holders. Ignore unsolicited claims of special exchange windows. Treat as fraud unless bank verified. Call your bank, ask about IQD VND explicitly, and request written confirmation. Infrastructure can exist for institutional settlement without retail access. Actionable rule: act only on posted policy from the bank you intend to use. Globally, 2025 emphasizes cleaner data, risk controls, and transparent FX practices. The BIS and central banks push standards that reduce settlement and compliance risk. G20 discussions focus on resilient payment systems, not specific currency windfalls. ISO 2022 adoption improves how payment and FX data move across borders. Inclusion depends on sound exchange rate frameworks, credible reserves, and supervision. Iraq's priority: reforms, fiscal stability, and banking sector modernization. Vietnam's priority: sustaining growth while deepening financial market infrastructure. There is no official IMF watchlist that guarantees retail currency exchanges. Banks enable currencies when risk, compliance, and liquidity criteria are satisfied. Institutional settlement can precede, or never translate to, a retail counter service. Rely on primary sources, central banks, official bank sites, and major financial media. That's the real 2025 alignment. Standards first, access later, if and when policy allows. For IQD and VND holders, focus on structure, not rumors. Check your bank's policy page. Bank of America currently does not exchange IQD or VND. Follow official updates from the Central Bank of Iraq, State Bank of Vietnam, and the IMF. Keep provenance documents and receipts ready. Only transact through regulated channels. In 2025, movement means better systems and clarity, not a promised retail exchange. Subscribe for real financial intelligence. No hype. Knowledge